Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Bear Down Me channel. In today's video, we are going to be covering one of the hardest things to do in college football 25, and that is tackling a ball carrier. All right. As we all know, in college football 25, it's very hard to play defense in general right now. But one of the main reasons I think that is going on is because first, it's just very, very hard to tackle someone in the open space. Well, in today's video, we're going to be going ahead and giving some tips, and I'm going to be showing some clips of me actually employing these tips and strategies to tackle better. Now, it would be a crazy thing if I was to tell you that one of the main strategies to tackling in this game is to actually not really tackle yourself. Well, we'll get right into that. So go ahead and stay tuned to this content to become a better tackler. Now, you can let me know if you've been suffering from things like this. Well, don't worry, because we all have actually been suffering from things like this. Quinshon Judkins is just one of the many cards that will literally leave you in the dust if you let him get into the open field. But like I said, don't worry, I got you covered, man. We're going to be going over three really main things that you want to pay attention to when tackling in this game. Okay, now the first thing is going to be the pursuit angles. Okay, like I said, we're going to be showing some actual online footage of me employing these tips, if you will say, to tackle better. Now, your pursuit angles have to be good in this game. Okay, the reason why: the computer sucks at taking the pursuit angles. So you as the user need to ensure that you are taking very, very precise angles, and that angle is not always for you to actually make the play on the ball handler. Okay, the second thing is using of the strafe as a defensive player. I have like one very, very good clip that I am going to showing how you can use the strafe to break down and stop from getting your ankles completely taken away from you on a defensive end. And then the third thing is going to be actually something that's kind of odd that I didn't know myself, is going to be not really even using a tackle modifier button, but using your left analog to simply just run into the defender. For some reason in this game, it seems like when you use the strip button, the X button, even the A button, which is supposed to be a safe tackle, it's almost as if, and we just got a new subscriber in the middle of a video, so I appreciate you guys, son. Hey, look, we shouting you out in the middle of a YouTube video. But yes, running into your defender seems to help a lot more than simply either using A, X, or the strip button, or really the hit stick, which, let me tell you, you're going to be missing on tons of hits if you use the hit stick a lot. So let's go ahead and get into some clips and let's really see this in action. And that way you all can become better tacklers in this game. All right, so our first clip is coming up here. Okay, now as you can see, I'm going to pause it. You see that I was able to actually break down in front of this defender and take his legs from up under him. Now, the main thing is, if you see when I went to set up this tackle, I got on outside leverage. Okay, this is going to be very, very key in this game. Okay, because listen, if you give up the outside in this game specifically, you may just get a touchdown cribbed on you. It's really that bad. Letting someone get to the outside is a death sentence in this game. Normally, it feels like you would almost want to keep them forced to the outside to use a sideline as another defender, but I found it best that on most plays is going to be very key for you to keep it. So as you see here again, I break down to the outside of the defender in a strafe, and I actually got him to slow his momentum. And then at that point, which is one of the keys that I said don't really use too much, but I needed to make sure I use this tackle, I went ahead and used the X to go ahead and make a dive tackle. Since his momentum was not carrying him forward, that most likely would have resulted in a broken tackle. All right, in this next clip here, okay, I am going to pause right here, okay, because in this clip, what most of us would do in this situation is that we would click on to the nearest defender and we would take a poor angle. Okay, in this game, you have to use your AI a little bit more than you normally would. Okay, so normally we would click on and we would take this type of pursuit angle to the ball carrier. Now, I assure you, if you do that in this game, this is probably going to be a touchdown because he most likely is going to break the second tackle, and then he has a blocker. He has two blockers in front, and he's gone. Okay, but as you can see the rest of this clip play out, I literally get up the field. I let my AI defender chase him. I get up into the second level, so that way if he does break that tackle on my AI, I am still running right behind him. Okay, in this game, I'm telling you, you have to use this a lot more. Okay, you definitely have to not really take the same angles that you really thought you were going to do and pretty much run alongside him. Now I'm going to show another clip here on a key third down, kind of breaking down the same exact thing. Okay, he's going to go roll out over here to the right. Now he gets the option. Now in this part, again, normally we freak out and normally we are dead. We would click on to that first defender, and the pursuit angle we would take is about right here. Okay, that would cause us to miss the tackle, and then at that point he has open space to do whatever he wants. He has Ali Gordon, one of the best running backs in college football. He's most likely going to house call this. But as you can see the clip play out, we keep that outside leverage. We get on top to that second level, and we let our AI again follow him, and we're coming up right behind him to clean it up. Now again, we're just going to emphasize this one more time. Okay, in this next clip, again I want to pound this home because it is so key to making sure you become a better tackler in this game. As you can see, again, same thing. Normally we would click onto that defender, we would start to beeline directly at the running back to try to prevent him from gaining more yards, instead of again following him with that AI defender, following him right out of bounds. Again, not using X, not using A, again just running through that defender to forcing out of bounds. Okay, I know this is how to be a good tackler, but again, this is kind of all working with each other. You're tackling better, and you're just stopping the ball carrier from house calling you every single play. Now, this next play is a big one. Okay, this is going to be using, again, when I talked about using that strafe button to break down in front of that defender, and that way not allowing him to go ahead and again house call you. So let's run this clip here. We're going to pause right here. Okay, Notice the pursuit angle. Now I did click onto the nearest defender on this one, but notice the pursuit angle I take. Okay, I could have ran directly at the running back, and exactly what would have happened, he would have hit the edge, he would have scored on me. But if you see in this clip, I got to the outside, and right here I strafed. I got into my strafe position, forcing him back into the defense that is coming from that way. Okay, now again, because most of us, we would try to run directly to him to get a tackle for loss. Sometimes the best thing is just getting him down. So again, you see I broke down, and we actually stop that play before anything gets started. Again, using that strafe button to keep my defender balanced and to the outside leverage of the running back. Again, forcing him back inside because they're most likely going to use a skill move. Force him back inside to the rest of your defense, and that way you can make a gang tackle. We are going to emphasize on that again. And again, you see that the tips I gave, I'm actually employing these tips into my game. Okay, so as you can see, we get another outside run. Okay, and right about here, we pause the clip. I'm going to click onto my defender. Okay, and as you can see, I go into the strafe. Again, I go into the strafe to break down, forcing him to spin back inside again. He cannot go outside because of the discipline I have and not using the X button or anything. I would have just ran directly back into him. But again, I know the skill move is coming. I take the outside leverage away. We get him to spin back in, and we go ahead and we're able to make that play. All right, so there you have it. Like I said, I'm not making this too long. My goal was to go ahead and make you all better tacklers. Okay, so listen, all I want you to do is try these out online. Okay, try to become a little bit more disciplined in stopping the ball carrier on the outside. Do not overcommit and take bad angles directly at a beeline to the ball carriers, because I assure you, in this game, you will get juked, you will get spun, and you will look stupid, and you will get a touchdown scored on you. Okay, so use the rest of your team. Remember, we need to take good pursuit angles, most likely to the outside, especially if you are one-on-one with a running back or a wide receiver or whatever the case is. You definitely want to go ahead and use that strafe to keep them inside of you. Make sure you're not giving up that outside leverage and break down. That way it forces them back into the defense. And then again, running into the defender. Okay, we have to get out of the habit of using the dive tackle, the strip all the time. I'm not saying to never use those, but just be very, very mindful that if you do not want someone to break a tackle on you, it is probably best, as he's getting loose on me, to go ahead and just run directly into the defender and get that tackle. So that's all the content, man. Hopefully you all enjoyed this. Hopefully this does help you all out and you all can take these tips and become a better tackler. But that's all the content for today. Like I said, if you enjoy this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, like the video as well. It helps us get the channel boosted. I appreciate you all 110%. Until next time, we're out.